Greetings and welcome, brave citizens of our new world. I am Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terawatt. This is our layer 3.0. I am wearing my Fallout 4 shirt, and today is day 7 of our VEDA challenge. VEDA, vlogging every day in April. My last question must have been a security risk, so next questions. Well, I mean, not necessarily Sasama-chan, because it's like some questions a lot of people ask me, I don't have an answer to. Like, they'll ask me, have you seen this? Do you know anything about this organization? Have you seen this movie, played this game, done this book? Like, what about these things? And I don't, like, either I haven't and I don't want to answer just like, no, I don't know what that is. Or B, I have and I don't really have an opinion on it. Or I don't think it'd be entertaining to answer those questions. Or I don't really have an answer that I want to give, I guess. So yeah, if you write a question in the comments, everybody, and I don't answer it, don't worry about it. It's not personal, trust me. Do you play Pokemon Go? If yes, what Pokemon are in your area? If not, why not? What are some good ideas for augmented reality apps? I'm not really sure about augmented reality apps. I've heard of a couple of, like, jogging apps that take you on paths through the city as though you're escaping a zombie outbreak, which I thought was pretty cool. Pokemon Go, I never got into. It seemed interesting enough, and I downloaded the app, but I didn't have a Google email address, or at least I was going to be making a new email address for this channel, and I hadn't made one yet, so I was like in the process of getting it, in the process of working on it. It kept going in the back burner as I was doing other things, and then the game got updated and was much more difficult to play in order to sort of rope in the people that were already addicted to it. So I never really got into it, but the Pokemon that are in my area from the people that I know are a lot of Drowsy. Drowsy and Rattata, apparently. As a villain, I would never fight you. I am more of a villain in the vein of Dr. Clayton, Deborah, Susan Forrester, and Hoyun Kyoma, who is trying to get back into the game. How would you recommend getting followers on Twitter/social media? Also, what do you think of my name, Professor Epsilon? Name taken from my electric field and energy beam weapons. Not a bad name, actually. Pretty clever. In terms of how to get followers on Twitter and social media, I have no idea. I've just been kind of doing this for a long time. I don't have a lot of followers. As a matter of fact, that's kind of a point of weakness for me, is I don't know how to market to stuff. I only know how to build death rays and try to take over the world. Imagine you open a portal to an alternate universe and you meet a more heroic version of yourself. What do you think his name would be? Probably Captain Terawatt. Have you seen my lemons? I want my lemons. I think so, yes, they're going bad in the crisper in my fridge. Come and get them promptly. I do not know what is available, but I would like to see Wicked, if it is available. If not, I'm open to anything. I think Wicked might be coming back to the city at some point soon. If it does, I'll let you know. As a fan of the Dark Souls series, are you looking forward to The Surge? It claims to be a sci-fi version of the Souls games with combat involving a customizable modular exoskeleton. Sounds like your kind of party. It does. And I saw, like, a trailer for it. But that appears to be like the central concept, is you kill people for armor bits and add them to your armor, and you kind of have this like this hodgepodge junk suit that you're wearing and you're clanking your way through the streets. It's, I don't know, is it like Apocalypse? Are you in an arena? Like, what's the setting? What's the storyline? Because that was one of the things that really drew me in, at least for the Souls games, was that it was this very deep, mysterious kind of story, and the world was very fleshed out and very immersive. Whereas this game just appears to be sort of like run and scavenge off of other people as best you can. I don't know if there's a currency system in this like there is with the Souls games, but who knows? Admittedly, I only saw one trailer for it, and laser battle axe looked pretty cool. Do they have laser guns, though? Because they had spells on the Souls games. Do they have any kind of long-range laser weaponry in this one? If you're trying to update your look to a more modern laboratory style, will you be giving your dismemberment array a new look? As a matter of fact, yes, considering this one was heavily, heavily damaged in the last, major bout that I was in, I'm looking to make some changes, yes. What is Professor Hades and Kendra's brand of villainy? Professor Hades is more into the mystical arts, wizardry, magic, and the underworld, and Kendra likes to punch people, and she punches them really hard. Word of advice, do not stand her up. If you are recreated in the Marvel or DC Comics universe, which hero/villain would you choose to be your nemesis? Iron Man. Definitely Iron Man, because I feel like there's being a technological hero and a technological villain, the two of us fighting against each other would be a lot of, like, techno-euchre, where we would constantly be one-upping each other with, like, oh, but you did this, well, I have this to counter that, and I have this to counter that, and it would just go back and forth, and I think it would be super clever. Is there a scientist or scientists, living or dead, that you would love to sit down with and have a debate over theories/ideas with? Tesla, duh, of course. Definitely would love to sit down and have a chit-chat with Tesla. If I had to choose someone living, Elon Musk, the guy that owns the Tesla Motors company. Would love to just sit down and listen to him go on about his cool things that he wants to try next. Fusion, specifically. I would love to talk to him about Fusion. Doc, if you ever need someone to help with programming for the game project, let me know. I currently study programming in school with the hopes of getting into the game dev industry. Cool! Awesome. Actually, if you have like a portfolio you can show me, I'd love to have a look at it. If you had to live in either the Warhammer 40k, Dark Souls, or Attack on Titan universe, which one would you choose? Those are all bad. Those are all bad. Like, if I was in Warhammer 40k, I would hope that I was a part of the Imperium, but then I wouldn't be able to do, like, half the things that I enjoy, because it's heresy. Attack on Titan universe, a lot of people die in bad ways in that show, so I don't know. Probably I would go for Dark Souls, just because, while there is not a lot of people, I couldn't technically die permanently, so as long as I just kept at it, then, I don't know, I guess I'd get by. Sweet Ballistic Missiles, 2 questions in 1 VEDA video. I am chuffed, sir, chuffed. Question. Outside of making videos, streaming, and generally scheming/doing to take over the world, what do you do that keeps you so busy? All of that. All of those things. Like, I get up in the morning and I make breakfast and I scheme, and then I start working on my editing and restructuring the lab and doing this. Like today, I spent hours just reformatting and restructuring my computer. Getting rid of all the old junk, putting up all the new junk, building pre-rendered animation effects and stuff like that I can drag and drop into videos that I'm going to be working on in the future. Fun stuff. Like, I don't even have time to do some of those things on this list, like streaming. I want to stream more often, but I can't because I'm busy. Other than these things, I have a couple of friends that I hang out with sometimes, and we will, like, I will make dinner, they will come over, we will watch a movie, and then they will leave and I will get back to work. Sometimes I used to have the kind of time that let me just game. I don't have time to just game anymore. The sadness. Hey Doc, can I be a guest on VEDA, or do I have to pump out more gifts before that happens? Magnatrex, I don't know you personally, so letting you into my lab and having you on the show isn't super attractive for me, but what I can do is every GITA that you make, the GIF Everyday April, I can link those in the video description, because those are getting really funny. And so every time you see a VEDA, in the video description there'll be yesterday's GITA, and people can sort of keep up to date with the stuff that you're doing. Speaking of Saints Row, potential blast processing series. Yeah, whatever we decide to name our new gaming channel, and when we get back into that, I think going through Saints Row would be a huge amount of fun, as well as I've got recordings of all of the streams that I've been doing since I started streaming, and going through those and like editing out like the fun parts and putting those up on our channel I think would be a lot of fun too. But Saints Row 3 I have, and I've got all the DLC for, and I even like just tried it for the first little bit, and it seems to be really good for playing out like fantasy of me in a city with laser guns and flying jets and all other kinds of wackiness. And you can do online co-op with at least one other person. Let me know though if we can get maybe 2 people, because I know Big Mike wants to get in with me on that. Also, do a JoJo pose! And that is all the time that we have for today. As usual, if you have any questions or whatever, leave them in the comment section down below. And until next time, my brave citizens, I am Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terawatt. This is our Layer 3.0, and I will see you tomorrow on our next episode of VEDA. End of line.